Okay, let's go straight to the Emirates again. Arsenal 2, Wolves 1, right? So this victory sees Arsenal move to 4 points ahead of Man City in second place. And currently, obviously, it might change if Man City get all the 3 points against Arsenal's North London rivals, Tottenham Hotspur, at the Etihad Stadium, right? So now, coming into this one, obviously, Arsenal were fresh off that 6-0 thumping of Lens during midweek in the Champions League group stage game, right? So now coming into this one, obviously momentum was with the Gunners, right? They just wanted to stretch their lead at the summit of the Premier League table. So we saw Arsenal, they were very convincing in the opening of 20 minutes of the game. It was great. Some slick work done by Gabriel Jesus, and then Tomiyasu, I meant to say Tomiyasu, set up Bukayo Saka. That was a brilliant goal from Bukayo Saka once again in the early 5 minutes of the game. Great combination from Gabriel Jesus, Tomiyasu setting up Bukayo Saka to slot in the ball, into the back of the net. That was the first goal. And then the second one was just a slick. You understand? Bukayo Saka bringing in the cross. It was not such a bad cross at all. And then we saw as it landed on the left-hand side, a combination of Zinchenko as well as Martinelli setting up Martin Odegaard, the captain of Arsenal, to give Arsenal the comfortable 2-0 lead in the opening 20 minutes of the game. So obviously, momentum was with Arsenal, right? They could have had the third. Not so long ago, they could have also had the third in the 36th minute of the game. After Gabriel Martinelli could have also gotten his name on the score sheet, but unfortunately he was denied by the right post. Very unlucky for the Brazilian man. As well as Gabriel Martinelli did deserve a goal in the game because he has really stepped up this season. He has really been on fine form, picking up from where he left off last season. So he was just unlucky on that instant. But like we've always seen, man, you can never take Wolves for granted. Wolverhampton Wanderers have refused to back down. Especially what we have seen in the season so far. When they play against top Premier League clubs, they've refused to back down. So many times they've refused. I mean, we saw even in the opening game of the season against Manchester United. Manchester United were just very lucky to win that game by a 0-0, at Old Trafford, thanks to Rafael Varane who scored the winning goal, a header. But then, Wolves were brilliant. They were, by far the better team than Manchester United in that one, to be honest. Hilariously, I'm just saying this hilariously, they were by far, overwhelmingly, the better team than Manchester United at Old Trafford in that opening game of the season. And then, this is the team that also inflicted defeat on Manchester City as well as Tottenham Hotspur. Think about that, man. These are teams that are challenging for the title, and Wolverhampton Wanderers have shown some character when it comes to playing against big clubs. So, they were not to be underestimated. Yes, they were unlucky to lose at the Craven Cottage on Monday night. Yes, which was an epic game of Premier League football, to say the least. They were very unlucky, but look, they didn't back down, and we saw that in the 85th minute. That was just poor from Zinchenko. You understand? Lack of decisiveness, lack of anticipation, not being aware of his surroundings as well. That was just poor from Zinchenko. He had a great game. He provided the assist for the second goal, which was neatly tucked in by Martin Odegaard, but that was very poor from him. I think he has to really improve more on his defensive aspect. He's just like Alexander-Arnold of Liverpool. Attack-wise, creative-wise, yes, Zinchenko and Alexander-Arnold are the same. They do very well, attack-minded, and as well as when it comes to, playing that pivotal role in the attack. For their respective clubs, they do so well. They master their game so well, creating those chances, even getting the goals, the assists, the creativity, being able to control the game. But their defensive aspect has let them down so many times, and that's what we've seen with Zinchenko, as a great goal by Matheus Cunha, the Brazilian. That's now his fourth Premier League goal of the season, Matheus Cunha. Remember, he did score against Fulham at Craven Cottage. So now this is his second goal in 2 consecutive games, right? And both in London, away from home. First it was in West London, now it's in North London. So it seems like London is, the Brazilians' hunting ground, scoring 2 goals in 2 games against London opposition away from home. It seems like it's his perfect hunting ground. We did see Arsenal almost took the lead once again in Ketia. Could have put the game to rest late on in the game to give Arsenal again their 2-goal cushion, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. The post denying the Gunners again the 3rd goal. Very unlucky. Wonderful pass to the Arsenal striker. He was in acres of space, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, denied by the post. Very unfortunate, but luckily it didn't really affect Arsenal that much as they secured all 3 points, going to the summit of the Premier League table by 4 points, which might be reduced to 1 if City are able to hold on to their 3-2 advantage over Arsenal's North London rivals Tottenham Hotspur.